I have been just absolutely sick as a dog this week, y'all. And I have been living off hot tea, so I thought, why not make some ginger snaps to go with that? So you're going to want to start off with about 3/4 cup of butter, and you want it soft, not necessarily completely melted, but soft enough that you can use a whisk on it. To your butter, you're going to add 1 cup of granulated sugar. This would be 2 teaspoons of baking soda and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And then you're going to go ahead and just whisk them together until they're nice and smooth. You're not looking for whipped, just well incorporated. Once you get all that whisked together, go ahead and add 1 egg. You're also going to add 1/3 cup of molasses. I'm using blackstrap molasses that's unsulfured, but you can use whatever kind you like. Just keep in mind that if you use regular molasses and not blackstrap, your cookies are going to be a lot lighter in color. Once you get that added in, go ahead and whisk all of those ingredients together until it's nice and smooth. Add in 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of ground cloves, and the next part is flexible. I added 2 teaspoons of ground ginger because it makes a spicier cookie, and I like it that way. If you don't like it as spicy, cut the ginger in half. Mix this all together until it's smooth, and next we're going to add our flour. To your bowl, go ahead and add 2 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour. Once you get all your flour in there, you're going to go ahead and give it a good stir. This dough is very deceptive. It looks dry. It feels dry. It feels like no matter how much mixing you do, you are never going to get this flour mixed in, but just be patient and keep stirring. It will come together. Once you get all of the flour incorporated and hydrated, you'll find that the dough kind of has a Play-Doh feel to it when you touch it. It's a little sticky, but it won't stick to your fingers. You're going to want to scoop about 1-inch size balls, roll them between your hands, and then you're going to roll them around in 1/4 cup of granulated sugar mixed with a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Get them fully coated and move them to a lined cookie sheet. This would be a great time to call in a helper to help you roll. This recipe will make about 3 dozen cookies at this size. I went ahead and just baked 2 dozen, and then I flash froze a dozen to bake later. And while you're watching me roll these out, I want to go ahead and ask, do you guys prefer a voiced over video or do you prefer it with the subtitles? I've had a few people ask to go back to the voiceover, and I promise this terrible, nasally congested voice won't be here forever. Let me know in the comments what you think. Once you get all your cookies rolled out, you're going to go ahead and put them in the oven on a middle rack. And you're going to bake them at 375 for anywhere from 11 to 13 minutes. 11 minutes will give you a much softer cookie in the middle. And 13 minutes is a very crispy ginger snap, which is my own personal preference. Once your cookies are done, remove them and let them go ahead and cool on the cookie sheets. They will continue to crisp up a little bit, so if you like them softer, take them out earlier. And that's all for this week, guys. I hope you give this recipe a try, and if you do, make sure you leave me a comment and let me know what you thought about these cookies. As always, I will see you next week. Thanks for watching.